I haven't played those songs in many years now. Man, thanks for singing those. Okay, what do we do now? I don't know where we're going from there. Tell you guys a little bit about my family. Can I do that? Because they're awesome. Somehow I convinced the most beautiful woman in the world to marry me. Somebody video this. And, that was funny. Never said that joke before. That was new for all my old friends. Listen, if my wife, she's like better than me in every way. Like if you met us both at the same time, you'd prefer her. And I'm okay with that. We've been married 10 years, which I feel like is like, for all of y'all who've been married 10 plus, like 10 feels like we did that, yeah. Like, pretty impressive. You've been through some stuff, you know. And so really pumped about that. She's given me 3 beautiful kids. Kingston is my oldest child, and he looks like me. He acts like me. He aggravates his mama like I do, right? Parker Joe is our middle daughter. I challenge you to find a more Oklahoma name than Parker Joe, okay? And she's a little ornery. She's like one of those Sour Patch Kid commercials, you know what I'm talking about? She does something ornery and then something sweet. The other day she's talking to my wife, and she's like, Mommy, I have a secret for you. And she's like, what is it, babe? And she leans down. She says, your singing voice is awful. And listen, I've never said that out loud, so I don't know where she's got it from. You know what I mean? And then Chase, our baby boy is 5.5, y'all, and he is like everything. He's the youngest, so he's the loudest. He like feels things the most, right? So he's both the happiest and the meanest. And but he knows he's the baby, you know what I mean? So he's like really living into it, but he's just the best kid. We did get I feel like last time I was here, maybe I got a progress report, and if any guys were at the show, you know that I was a little worried he wasn't going to make it out of kindergarten. Like he sits at the teacher's desk, guys. That means he's the worst kid in class, right? That's what that means. He thinks it's a privilege. I'm like, bro, it's not. And so we got a new progress report yesterday. Things are looking a little up, okay? I think he might go on to 1st grade. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Mom keeps babying him, though. I don't know what to do about it. You guys let me know. I don't know. But my family is so awesome, and man, these last couple of years have been, honestly, in the midst of a lot of difficulty, have been good. There was a time in our lives when I was away a lot. I saw my family, long story short, like 45 minutes a week for years. And I don't know if the Lord ever speaks to you guys directly through your spouse like he does me, but he spoke to me pretty clearly back in 2017, and I just knew that I had to figure this out. And so we stepped out of the church that I've been in Oklahoma, the one I mentioned a little earlier, and we moved our family to Tennessee to be together. And I took 6 months off of work, and it was like the Lord just kind of blessed us in a lot of ways. And blessing, I mean, not by provision, but in the real sense. Here's your 2-minute sermon for the day. Watch the clock go. Blessing is never used in the Bible as like money or as stuff, or as kind of what we tend to think of blessing as provision, right? But it's actually this process of being made whole. Being made holy. It's calling out something that's true about someone, and or what you see is true about God. And that's a lesson that I've learned. That was more like 45-second lesson, so free time for you guys. But the Lord blessed us in really incredible ways. And even over the last couple of years through COVID, even dealing with loss of family members to COVID, even dealing with being unemployed and not knowing where my next paycheck was going to come from for almost 2 years, the Lord blessed us. He made us whole, and he continues to make us whole in really incredible ways. And I know if I took this microphone around to you guys in here tonight and asked you if you had a story of how your life has been impacted and changed, and the struggle that you've had, but also where you've seen God move in your life over the last couple of years, that everybody in this room has a story. And I was kind of thinking about that, and I wrote a song about it, because I think there's these times when we hold both this faithfulness of God and this hurt and struggle. And it's okay to hold them both. I think it's actually a really healthy thing to hold them both instead of like throwing one away and saying, God is great all the time, God's good, right? But ignoring this like, oh wow, I lost an uncle to COVID, or wow, I've been, jobless for 2 years, or whatever that is, whatever your thing is. But I think it's okay sometimes to go, like, God, are you paying attention? Can you see what's happening here? And I think in those times over the last couple of years when I found myself holding those two dichotomies and saying, God, are you still here? Are you still the same God that you've always been? Every single time, He answered through His faithfulness that yes, I'm here, and yes, I'm still doing those things. And I wrote a song about it. It's my current radio single, a song called Yes, He Does.
Won't you come and see again? Let your heart believe again. Yes, He does. Still heal the broken, run to the hurt, pour out His love. Yes, He does. Restore the hope of all those who wait for a miracle. Yes, He does. Yes, He does. And don't you lose faith when it feels like your world's giving in. And God won't let go, He knows who you are and where you've been. There's no tear overload, and nothing He can't turn for good. Yes, He does. Still heal the broken, run to the hurting, pour out His love. Yes, He does. Restore the hope of all those who wait for a miracle. Yes, He does. Yes, He does. Greater things are still to come, 'cause His love isn't through. So let your heart believe again. He's not done with you. Greater things